Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the online class. So today in this session, we people are going to learn about freedom struggle. Yes, freedom struggle and freedom protest. We are going to learn in this session. So let me give you introduction of this lesson. Yes, afterwards we will go. We will move. See, Indians fought many battles for their freedom. This is an important milestone in the history of modern India. Portuguese, Dutch, French, and British colonialists established their trade centers in India. They exploited Indians continuously, and Indians raised their voice against the aggressive policy, injustice, economic exploitation of the colonialists. Yes, they determined to drive away the British from India, thus they set themselves for the fight. Different phases of the freedom struggle are explained here. Yes, so one by one we are going to learn in this lesson. So however you know the reason of COVID-19 government, in this lesson also they reduced some of the points like early protests against the British. Yes, understood. So now go forward, we'll discuss the another one point, that is first war of Indian independence in the year 1857-58. Yes, the year 1857 is an important milestone in the history of modern India. While the British considered this historical event as a merit or Sipahi mutiny. Yes, Indian nationalists proclaimed it as the first war of Indian independence, and it was a great war against the British imperialism. Yes, soldiers and citizens fought to remove the British imperialism completely from India. Yes, understood. So here Sipahi mutiny is also called First War of Indian Independence. Sipahi mutiny is also called First War of Indian Independence. Yes, so this First War of Indian Independent or Sipahi mutiny is start from the 1857 to 58. Yes, after moving, we'll discuss about momentum of the revolt. You can see the picture of Mangal Pandey who starts the revolt for the first time in our India. Yes. So the revolt began on 10th May 1857 in Meerut. Afterwards it spread intensely throughout the provinces of North India. Therefore the explosion of the revolt, Mangal Pandey, an Indian soldier of Bharkapur, which is still it is in Bengal district. Yes, so he refusing to use the gun smeared with fat. Do you know what is mean by the fat? Which was smeared with the fat and openly shot dead a British officer. What he did? Mangal Pandey, an Indian soldier of Barakpur, refusing to use the gun smeared with fat, and openly he shot dead a British officer. Who? Mangal Pandey. Yes, he was the first revolter. He only started the revolt against the British for the first time in our India. Yes. So later he was also killed. Later he was also killed. At the same time in Meerut, Indian soldiers killed Europeans at sight. These furious soldiers rushed to Delhi shouting, "Maro Pirangi ko." Yes, not Maro, Maro Parangi ko. Yes, which is means that sentence, that shouting sentence, it is in Hindi. So Maro Parangi ko means kill the Europeans or kill the Britishers. Yes. In Delhi, these enraged soldiers crowned old and weak Mughal king Bahadur Shah II as the emperor of India. Yes. So what is Parangi? Yes. So look up that. Parangi means, Parangi is a word of Persian origin. The Parangi, the word actually that was a Persian word and it is used in Urdu. It is used in Urdu and Hindi to despise the Europeans. Yes. So when you will get this video, write the meaning of despise. Yes. Next. Within a short time, the revolt spread widely. Important centers of revolution were Delhi, Lucknow, Bareilly, Jhansi, and era of Bihar. The revolts took place under the leadership of Colonel Bhakt Khan in Delhi, Nana Sahib and Tatya Tope in Kanpur, Begum Hazrat Mahal in Lucknow, Lakshmi Bai in Jhansi and Kunwar Singh in Bihar. These all were started a revolt against the British rulers. Yes, these all are leaders, okay, who starts the revolts. Yes, next. The British suppressed these revolts one by one. These revolts were not restricted to North India only. These revolts, they were not only restricted to the North India, even they even entered into who all the revolters. Yes, entered to the South India in Karnataka. Bhimarao of Mundaragi, tribal beds of Halagali, Venkatappa Nayaka, four of Surapura and Baba Saheb of Naragunda were the prominent ones to raise their voice in South India. Yes, though the revolts had spread all over the India, they were suppressed in a very short duration by the Britishers. Yes, you can see, look at the map clearly. The revolt, the Great Revolt, which is the first war of Indian independence, and also it is called Sipahi Mutiny. Yes, in the year 1857 to 58. Yes, so look at the area of the Indian independence. Yes, the first revolt. Yes, the Great Revolt of 1857. You can see the yellow color part. That yellow color area is considered as a Great Revolt of the 1857 and 58. Yes, so in that yellow color part, you can see the places. Yes, which all are the places got a revolt? Meerut, Delhi, Lucknow, Kanpur, Barakpur, Jhansi, Kalpa, Gwalior, Faizabad, Gorakhpur, Allahabad, Ahmedabad, Ambala, Saharanpur. Yes. Next, we'll move for the next one. You can see here the pictures of Kunwar Singh and along with Nana Sahib. Yes. See. Consequences, though the struggle failed to created a long-lasting effect as a consequences of these revolts, the rule of East India Company ended and Queen of Britain took over the reign of India. Yes, in 1858, Queen Victoria of Britain made a proclamation that there would be no more interference into the religious freedom of Indians. Yes, the struggles of 1857 and 58 further led to the rise of modern national movement. It proved to be an internal inspiration for the future wars of independence. Yes, the nature of the Great Revolt of 1857. We'll discuss that also. Yes. British historians have considered the 1857 struggle of Indians as a mere Sipahi mutiny. Yes, understood. The Great Revolt is also considered as a 1857 Sipahi mutiny. Yes, which is also called a first war of Indian independence. Indian national historians declared it as a great revolt of the people and called the first war of Indian independence, which was Sipahi Mutiny of 1857 and 58. Yes. Vinayak Damodar Savarkar was the first among those who called it the first war of Indian independence. Pattabi Sitaramaya stated, even Pattabi Sitaramaya stated it as the first war of Indian independence. It was a combined effort of almost all the communities of the nation. Yes, the struggle of 1857 created a new political consequences in the history of India. As a result, anti-imperialistic movements took birth and developed in different forms. Those who lost their lives in these fights become the household names. One should remember the sacrifices of these great people. Yes, we need to remember all the freedom fighters who which all are the freedom fighters were there. So all the freedom fighters we need to remember, and not only we should remember them, even their sacrifice is also very grateful. Okay, for that fight only, when they were began that fight, for that reason only nowadays we people all are independent, we all are independent now. Yes. After that, the freedom movement. Yes, the freedom movement where begins in our India in the year of 1885 to 1919. Yes, the era of 1885 to 1919 is called the freedom movement. Yes, so what it is and which are the important growth of nationalisms are there, all the things we are going to learn here. Yes, policies of exploitation implemented by the British in the second half of 19th century paved way of the budding of nationalism. Yes, newly educated class who got English education understood the real motives of British administration, farmers, tribals and other classes who were ill-treated by the British. Yes, some of the farmers and tribal peoples were treated like ill-treated persons. Yes, by the British rulers. Yes, were waiting for a stern uprising against the British. All the educated people of newly educated classes and newly educated peoples of our India and farmers of our India and the tribal peoples of our India and other classes peoples also, they all are waiting to take a uprising against the British. Yes. So in that let us move for the first one, which is growth of nationalism. How the nationalism was grown here. Yes. India is a land of diverse cultures. Everybody know that India is a diverse of the different kind of cultures. Yes. It has a long cultural and historical heritage. These led an ideological foundation for the growth of nationalism. In the second half of 19th century, nationalism is the germination of the feeling we are one. Navellaru Vande. Yes, that nationalism germination was gets starts from in the year or in the century 19th. Yes, nationalism is the germination of the feeling, that's a feeling. Yes, we all are one in the minds of the people of a distinct geographical areas. The lack of proper coordination among the Indians in 1857's first war of independence resulted in a failure. Yes, the lack of proper coordination, we got failure. The first war of Indian independence in the year 1857, but later on, when the nationalism were set up in our India, definitely we got a independence. Yes, this enabled the um, conscious conscious Indians to get organized. Gradually, it turned into a national movement. Various factors inspired the growth of nationalism. They are as follows. Yes, so let us know about the factors. The factors which all are inspired to grow the nationalism. Yes, the factors inspired the national sorry, means growth of nationalism. Which are the factors? Let us move one by one. First, nationalism or first factor which was inspired to grow the nationalism. Introduction of Western education and modern science. Yes, this is the first factor inspired to our Indian people. Yes, by reading thought-provoking words of Europe, Indians who were educated in English understood the national political tendencies, the concepts like liberty, equality, and fraternity which took birth in Europe politically motivated them and instilled a desire for freedom in them. Yes, the educated people disproved the British calculation. Indians who have learned English will stay in support. What English people had calculated here? They calculated that if Indian peoples will get a English education, if they will learn English, yes, they will only support to us. Yes, they thought like that. But what happened here? That calculation of the British rulers only gets changed. Yes, but here all the learners of English, all the educated persons who learn English, they all were supported to the Indian peoples only. Yes. Second one, uniform administrative system. The British brought India under uniform administrative system. Yes, as a result, Indians who were conformed the uniform rules felt that they were equal. Yes, uniform rules means all peoples were equal. Yes, but see, likewise, in the same way, in one united voice, all Indians opposed various acts and laws implemented by the British which were annoying people. This led to the growth of nationalistic consequences among the Indians. Yes. Next one, economic exploitation, which is important for us. Yes, through their economic policies, the British remained responsible for the decline of trade. Agriculture, not only they got a decline of trade, agriculture and industries in India, which all they already established in our India. Yes, they converted land into a commodity. So when you will get this video, write the meaning of commodity also. Yes. Dadabhai Nauroji exposed the way British were looting the wealth of Indian through his drain of wealth theory or theory. Yes, who Dadabhai Nauroji explored. He only who Dadabhai Nauroji exposed or exploited. Yes, the way of British, how they used to loot our wealth of India. Yes, see, next one. Realization of heritage. Foreign scholars like Sir William Jones, H.T. Colebrook, Max Muller, yes, Cunningham, etc., etc. These all were considered as a foreign scholars. Yes, so foreign scholars are through their study enabled Indians to know about the historical cultural heritage of India. Yes, all the foreign scholars were unable to study the culture and the historical or the cultural heritage of the India. They all were failed. Yes, thereby it was confirmed to the Indians that the heritage of India was in no way inferior that of Greek or Roman. Yes, Indian historical and Indian culture heritage it's not easy to learn for the foreign scholars. Yes, that particular thing Indian peoples comes to know here. Yes, because Indian culture and its heritage was different from the Greek and Rome heritage. Yes, thus the roots of nationalism in the form of knowledge entered into the deeper layers. Yes, So up to here you people learn. In the next session we people move for the 5th, 6th, 5, 6, 7. Yes, there shall be move, only 3 were there. Okay, afterwards we will conclude this one. Okay, let us know the 5th one, the 5th factor. Yes, social religious movement. Yes, social reformers of the 19th century such as Rajaram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Swami Vivekananda and many others advocated the importance of education to the deprived and exploited communities of India, while Dayanand Saraswati sought the ideology of Swarajya and Swadeshi. Vivekananda awoke the stagnant society. This brought a new perspective for the growth of nationalism. This made the learned people more creative. Yes, the sixth one. Inspiration of the first war of independence. Yes, what was the inspiration the first war of independence got? Yes, this event enabled the Indians to be politically better organized. Yes, in addition, fearless crusaders like Mangal Pandey, Lakshmi Bai, Hajrat Mahal and many others who became martyrs of the war. Yes, set themselves as everlasting inspirations for the next generation of leaders. Yes, next comes racial discrimination. Yes, British developed that they were supreme and considered Indians the most uncivilized. British people, they considered us as we all Indians are uncivilized people. Yes, next. All the higher posts in administration were reserved only for the British people. When they considered as we all are uncivilized people, so at that time all the higher posts of administration they reserved to the British people, not for the Indian people. Yes, so this naturally created an an enmity among the Indians. This was the first differentiation between the Indian people and to the British people. Yes, who were exploited by these rules and policies alike. All Indians in one voice opposed the cruel laws and doctrines which were inhuman. Thus, these factors led to the growth of national consequences called unity. Yes, what British rulers think? They believed that we all Indian people are uncivilized. For that reason, they need to give all the higher posts for British persons only. Yes, this differentiation made Indian people to raise their voice against the British rulers. Yes, after this opposing of this discrimination only, growth of national consequences called unity. Yes, up to here you people learn. So in the next session we will learn more than this. Okay. So until then take care of yourself. We will meet in the next session.